Welcome to Good Mythical More, where we give you what you haven't gotten today yet. We're here to give it to you, especially if it has to do with knowing what states hold the record holders that.
Yep. Yep.
Especially if you want to know what records are being broken in your
state. That's good. That's good. I'm intrigued. But you know what I'm more intrigued by right now? Checking our voicemail.
Oh.
So here's the idea. I need you guys to line up most of the crew or whoever you can get from shortest to tallest. And I would just like to see what we're working with here. I may require some preparation, but I believe you guys can do it.
Just like to see what we're working with here. I don't know what you're planning.
I mean, if that's all you want to see, then I don't think the effort's justified.
I don't know, but it is like, I am interested to see what we're working with here. Because like literally, what are we working with here? These are all the people we're working with.
Well, we're working with people of different heights.
Yeah.
I think putting them in height order is kind of like, it could be sensitive.
Yeah, the next day it'll be like, media company puts all employees in order of height. It's like.
That could be a problem.
Yeah,
It just kind of feels like that could be a problem in this day and age. And I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know why. I mean, you're really tall.
Right.
You don't want to be singled out as the tallest.
Yeah. It's like, media company pays employees in order of height. It's like, you don't want that, right? The guy.
It's like Rhett lines everyone up just because he knows he's the tallest.
She's like, I just wanted to see what we're working with and make sure that I was the
Boss lines
tallest.
everyone up to prove he's the tallest. It's like, you know, you don't win. You don't win. This is a trap.
Guys, are you physically exhausted after the feats that you just achieved?
My right eye is pretty dry.
There's a lot of thrusting, sore nipples.
Yeah, I got some sore nipples. I mean, it's like I've not sustained clamps nearly that long before, isn't it?
Well, I gotta say, I've never seen anything quite like that final round. I do think that that's wholly ownable by the two of you.
I wouldn't call it holy, though.
Yeah. I can't wait to see UX do that to himself, though. He'll find a way.
He'll find a way.
That's the thing, is he will find a way.
We'd be honored if he did. That would be cool.
I think at this point, like,
he'll see the episode.
He's probably getting challenged by so many people.
Yeah.
At this point, he's like, oh,
you think we're just
put them on the list.
White noise?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, currently you do hold the world record for that trick.
Fewest number of attempts for balls everywhere. Set in California, by the way.
California.
Yeah.
Nice segue.
Thank you. Okay, here are some world records that were done in specific states. We're playing this like we play our states game. You know the one where I give you a record.
I already explained it, Stevie. I did it really well. Hit us.
Well, okay. In which state was the largest gathering of people wearing fake mustaches held?
Fake mustaches. How are we going to correlate the wearing of fake mustaches to a state?
Well, okay. When you want to do a gathering like this, you have to have 3 factors, Link.
Or is it just random?
No.
I think it's 3 factors.
We're going to triangulate this and come up with the right answer. And I believe in this methodology. Okay. The number one thing is it has to be a place that is on like the top 50% of populated states. So you're not like, let's go to Wyoming and do this. Like, it's got to be a place that has enough people.
In one place.
But it can't be a place that is too expensive to travel to. So it's not going to be like, it's not going to be in California, right? But then it also has to be people.
Why is that? Why?
Because you want to invite a lot of people and you don't want to make it cost prohibitive.
Oh, okay.
So it's like kind of populated, but not too populated. So kind of in the sweet spot.
How many people do you think this is, by the way, this record?
The most people with fake mustaches?
To wear fake mustaches together, yeah.
I'd say 135.
I think we're talking 1,200. But this is how you get about 1,200 people gathered to do this.
Have you said the third thing?
I'm about to.
Because I think I know the third thing.
Well, it's got to be a state that's a little bit quirky. Has some quirky places.
I think it's got to be a town where there's just not that much to do. I mean, what's going to motivate people to do this instead of everything else you could do?
Everything for me points to Colorado. 1,200 people in Colorado.
It's not a populated highly populated state. You're talking about like
It's in
Denver?
I mean, let me tell you, you got nearly everything wrong that you just said, except for the fact that the state was Colorado.
See, you gotta have confidence, man.
You did it, man.
See, you gotta start somewhere and you gotta finish somewhere.
Okay, so it was 6,471 people back in 2015, and they were attending a Denver Broncos home game against the Patriots, and that's when they wore the mustaches.
Hey,
They were impersonating who? The coach, a player, somebody. They handed them out at the stadium.
Denver's coach doesn't have a mustache, does he? No. The guy that had a
An orange
mustache was like
mustache.
the Green Bay guy.
Well, then we have 3 right there. There's 3 people.
This doesn't seem like a world record to me, this next one. The first person injured by a meteorite seems just to be like a fact
it's more
that
like-
happened.
That's not a record you want to hold.
It's history making.
But what state was that person in, I suppose I'm asking you?
Okay, well,
First person to be hit by a meteorite. For some reason, meteorites always hit in like desert areas. I think this is definitely like a.
I think this is Midwest.
Meteorites don't land. Yeah, it could be Midwest. Meteorites don't land in cities. I guess because there's a lot more space that isn't cities, so just odds
Exactly.
are.
Right.
Most of them, I guess, land in the oceans. But when they do land on land, it's going to be sandy land. Most likely.
I think it's got, again, this has got to be populated enough to hit the person, right? And so we're not talking
What's a
Wyoming.
freak accident? Arizona.
Okay, that's your guess. My guess is Illinois.
No. Your choices are Washington, D.C., Alabama, or Alaska.
Ooh.
I think Alaska.
Alaska,
Because the
'cause
further up you go, the closer you are to the meteorites.
Yeah, right.
That does sound right, but it was Alabama.
Alabama?
Ann Hodges suffered bruising when a 12-pound meteorite crashed through her roof in
Good Lord.
Sylacauga, Alabama
Now,
in 1954.
That's just a piece of concrete.
I've seen this picture before. I think we talked about this on the show. We had an episode called "Things Falling from the Sky." The weirdest things ever to fall from the sky.
Oh, that's some 2000. Let's see, that's like some 2014 GMM.
You don't remember
right
that,
there,
Steven?
Yeah.
I remember that.
Because
Click, click,
I
click.
remember this big freaking bruise on this woman's side. Is that a
2016.
gash or it's a bruise?
I remember it well. No one told me the date of that video.
So it hit the house,
It went right through the house.
and then it hit her.
Sylacauga.
If you knew you were
She
going to
looks
be
kinda proud of
okay,
it.
if you knew you were going to be okay, would you sign up to get hit by one?
Okay and thriving are 2 different things. Is she thriving?
I think I'd sign up to get. I mean, that's
grazed
that's the way to get on the news.
It looks like it just grazed her. Was it hot? Is it real hot?
You want to get on the news?
It's
Look
interesting.
at that picturesque tire swing situation.
It kind of looks like a horror movie, but I will tell you that house is almost well, I wouldn't say it. It's very close to a house that my dad remodeled and lived in until it burned down.
Oh yes.
You remember that?
Yeah.
You went there?
No,
Once?
but I have seen pictures of it.
Yeah, he remodeled a house. Like he had to reinstall the footings and everything, and redid the whole thing. It was it was very old.
It's a very old house.
1905 or something.
Maybe it was modeled after this one.
Yeah, the house burned down. He wasn't home. No one was there. People called him. And the only thing worse than getting a call that your house is burning down is getting a call that you're about to get hit by a meteorite.
Yeah. That's an interesting call.
Move. That's actually a pretty good call. You're about to get hit by a meteorite.
what if you move right
Take a little
into it?
step to just try your luck. You're going to get grazed by a meteorite. Do you move? Or do you stay where you are?
I don't know.
You're going to get grazed.
What do you think this woman believed for the rest of her life?
Well, you don't want to answer my question?
Because
you get a
that
phone
raises
call-
existential questions. Like she got hit on the hip but not the head.
Answer my question.
Did an angel move it? What?
If I called you and I said, you're going to get grazed by a meteorite in 5
I'd
seconds.
be like, how do you know? And then I'd get hit by it.
You're going to get grazed by a meteorite right now. Are you going to
take
move or are you going to stay?
I'm taking 2 steps backwards. Straight back. because I'm thinner this way than I am that way. If you move laterally, you're going to get clipped on the shoulder, but you move back, you miss.
But you got to move back far enough, because if you move back just enough, it could kill you if that's the direction if you're going to get grazed in the back.
It depends on the angle of the meteorite. Can you give me that information?
No. I would.
Maybe I'm doing a spin move then.
I wouldn't move, because you're guaranteed to be okay, to your point. If you would get grazed by a meteorite, if you're going to be okay. Mm-hmm. That's the only way I would. If someone called me and said, you're going to get grazed by a meteorite, I wouldn't move.
But I guess what I'm saying is, if you get hit by a meteorite,
you can make meaning of it.
For the rest of your life, you will believe that. I mean, what are the chances that I'm the one who got hit by the meteorite? And I bet you she went on to just have all kinds of like beliefs about this.
Or not.
Maybe started a cult.
I think it depends on the person. It could totally go the other way. It could mean nothing to her.
She did have a memoir called Meteorite of Passage that she published right before her death.
See?
Hey, in case you missed it, yesterday was my birthday. I'm still celebrating. I want you to celebrate. Go over to the Mythical store. Now through June 5th, you'll be able to shop my favorite Mythical merch at up to 30% off. Pretty sweet deal, right? You're welcome. Happy birthday to me and for you. Maybe it's your birthday today or anytime between now and June 5th. Mythical.com, head over there. Also shop the brand new peanut butter tea designed just for me.
Mm-hmm.
The holiest tongue, and not in a religious sense. The tongue with the most piercings.
Ooh!
In which
do I want to
does
see
person
this?
live?
Now we actually met the cat dude.
Catman.
May
he rest in peace.
He lived in Tonopah, Nevada.
Yeah, when we were shooting Commercial Kings.
He was transforming himself through plastic surgery and tattooing into a cat.
Pretty amazing. It's an honor to have met him.
So, I mean, I know that
this side of cat heaven.
People in Nevada are into, in fact, I'm going to say Nevada because you've got Vegas, you got like Cirque du Soleil, you got Celine Dion.
Holes in your tongue.
I think Britney has a residency now.
I think this is more of like a punk scene type thing. This is like Boston.
Okay.
Okay, neither of you are correct. I'm going to let you see the photo, and that should really give you a...
Okay, yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow.
What? How many is that?
Well,
Ooh.
It depends on is it a hole? How many of the holes do you count? Is
Yeah,
the top
so
and the bottom?
he
No, that's a
originally...
tunnel.
This is Francesco Vaca, and he set the record originally with 16 tongue piercings, and then he added 4 more, so he has 20. But where is he from?
Any clues there from like his shirt situation? I don't think this guy's from
New York
He's not
State.
from the South. I would say that.
Ohio.
Yeah, that's Midwest is feeling real strong. That's a really, really good guess.
Gosh, that is visceral, man. Whew.
I'm gonna
Every
go
time
with,
you do that, you're pressing your luck. You're gonna like hit that main tongue vein.
Indiana.
Nope. Your choices are New Jersey, West Virginia, or Arizona.
Jersey.
I think Jersey.
He looks like a Jersey
Jersey's
guy.
a good guess.
Yeah, it's New Jersey.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks like a Jersey guy. Gosh, that's dragon-esque. It's like a dragon's tail in his mouth. Great show, by the way.
Dragon's Tail. Dragon Tales. Did you, how would you feel if you had a friend, and just not me because I'm not going to do it. You had a friend who
Called me?
just started doing that. Like a close friend.
Started getting more like a bunch of tongue piercings.
And like was like, I'm setting the world record. Like I'm going 16, I'm going 20. How would that, I mean, yeah, your close friend, like in somebody in your inner circle who maybe they got a couple of tattoos, maybe they've got some piercings, but then they start doing that.
I'm
Like,
trying to figure out how does it impact me?
You just stay out of it?
I think it impacts me because, I mean, how well can you understand what he's saying? You know, it's
I
like,
don't
dude,
know.
I can't be your close friend.
He's from
'cause
New Jersey. I
I just can't
understand him.
converse with you anymore.
Do you think that happens?
I
don't know if that happens.
This is how you talk. He says, I can't say anymore.
I don't know. I think I'd definitely stay out of it. I'm not gonna like try to control my friend. But I would secretly be like, is everything okay?
Everybody needs a hobby.
That's true.
Let's switch it up. We're gonna go state first, starting with, of course, North Carolina.
But there's a lot more records than there are states.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. Okay, which of these world records is held by someone in North Carolina?
Something to do with turkeys.
Largest collection of Teletubbies memorabilia.
Okay, that's a good candidate.
Most different beer brands on tap, or longest toenails.
Oh.
North Carolina has become a little bit of a haven for
toenail growers,
for like small breweries. It really, and in fact, I think
you wouldn't have a lot of taps if you're like a craft brewer.
No, there is a beer garden in Raleigh that I think is trying to set the world record for the most beers on tap. Because I think I heard somebody tell me about this.
Really?
I think I actually
Could
went
you be
there.
talking of the Raleigh Beer Garden?
Yes, I've been there. I met Harm there last time I was in.
Oh, really?
And I think he was like, I think they have the world record for the most beers on tap. I was like, that's cool, man.
Do you have a pick?
369.
Yes. Right
Wow.
there in Raleigh's gotten cool, y'all.
Those are operational.
We left, it got cool.
Greensboro is like 50% breweries at this point.
Yeah, North Carolina, I don't know, there must be some sort of beer tax incentive or something.
So they're routing like the beer tap cable.
I've seen this wall in person.
That's crazy.
There it is.
I really want to see what's happening behind the wall. How long do the tubes have to be, and is that a good thing?
Do you see that Goose Island with the duck head? That's cool.
That one stands out.
They bring like that. Goose
a good
Island
beer.
makes a tap with a goose head on it for you.
One of the funnest things about beer is the tap.
The taps. Yeah.
The tap,
Indiana. Heaviest weight lifted by a beard. Tallest floor lamp.
That's amazing. Tallest floor lamp. You wouldn't know it if you saw it.
Most eggs broken with a whip in 30 seconds.
Ooh, that'd be fun to watch.
Indiana, though? Why would they be whipping it up in Indiana? There's not a lot of whip work in Indiana.
I think whip work has expanded out of like the cowboy states, if that's what you mean.
It's like Cowboy had to move because his wife wanted to be closer to her mom.
That's how it starts, yeah, usually.
Well, what am I going to do with all my whip work up there in Indiana?
You can whip eggs.
There's nothing to do. There's nothing to do.
They got all the eggs you can whip.
All they got in is eggs. Ding! This is how these things happen.
So we're definitely going with whipping eggs.
My wife drug me up here so she could be close to her mother.
Well, I'm glad you did, because we have a video of it.
Oh! Go. Wow! Hold on, he missed a whole bunch. This is the world record?
Look at the guy behind it. Look at that guy just watching.
He's like, well, you could have done better.
Disapproving friend.
Kind of a slow start there, Earl. See,
Come on now. Hit the eggs. You got to break a few eggs to break a record.
Stop.
That was Adam Crack Winrich, who broke 23 eggs with a whip in 30 seconds.
Well, Adam, you could do 60 if you train a little bit.
Ooh, you're worse than that friend over there. Just like he's thinking the same thing. Man, I could do this.
I mean, think about it. Boom, boom, boom. I mean, like he could get 2 per second.
Yeah,
Don't you think?
Yeah, he could go twice as fast. Adam.
But you got to start somewhere.
From me to you, shop some of my favorite Mythical merch items up to 30% off during my birthday sale now through June 5th at mythical.com.